The Field of Remembrance is such a beautiful tradition. We've been doing it for over 76 years. It is a moment where all the widows come together in prayer, in solemnity, in a sense of connection. It just feels out of this world, ethereal.
We turn the focus of a ceremony off us as an organisation, off the VIPs in the room, and turn the focus on those that bear the burdens of sacrifice. They are seen, they are heard, and they are felt.
When you get with war widows, you get this feeling, and because we all know what each other has gone through. I'm part of the organisation because I married a veteran of the Korean War. Kevin was very involved in the veterans. He used to go out to Concord every week and visit all the fellows, and he was very devoted to it. It was hard on our daughter when Kevin died because she was only 21, and she's very invested in knowing all about it, so her boys can know what their granddad did. He was a hard man, but he was a good-hearted man. And when he died, he was posthumously awarded the Order of Australia for his services.
I didn't meet my husband until well after the war had finished in 1954, and we got married in 1955. He was in the engineers and used to build bridges, and he was in New Guinea. He came down from New Guinea in the middle of winter with bronchial asthma, and he came down to Goulburn, which is the coldest place on God's earth, I think. And he suffered with that for the rest of his life. So sadly, he died in 93, and I've been more or less on my own since then. But the two grandchildren will have plenty of mementos to remember me by, and my husband.
I met my husband when I was 17, and he was a conscript. He was in Vietnam from 67 till 69, and we got married in December 69 when he came back. He didn't want to know anything about it. Once it was over, it was over. I thought we'll just live our life happily forever. We always said we'll never be apart once he came back. But I was in complete and utter shock. There was just nothing that they could do for him from the Agent Orange. And he died in 2005. My daughter has two boys, and they just absolutely love the war widows because they see them a lot. And they say, oh, here's Mary War Widow today, and...
I think that's my name.
Yes, they do. And the other day, my 9-year-old said, where's my Poppy's hat? I brought it out, and that look on that little boy's face, he went, oh my goodness, look at it. We will always be a part of a veteran family. That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's right. That sums it up.
Friendship and the support.
Yeah. And the love, that's it.
And the love, yes. Lots of love.
My husband, Vic, was in the Air Force. He was a smart guy, but he wasn't formally educated. They took that raw talent and that raw ability to work, and they harnessed it into a very competent man. I didn't know him when he was in Vietnam. I met him when he came home. He always identified himself as a service person, even after he got out of the service and he was doing other jobs. And if anybody asked him what he was or what he did, it was always, I was in the Air Force. That was how he loved it. It's sort of ironic, really, because it did have a profound ill effect on his health. He didn't ever talk about it, and he always covered it up with being gung-ho and, clown. There are a lot of bubbling issues under the surface that I wasn't aware of, and I think in the end that's what sort of all came out and was a major factor in his dying before he should have. So that part of it was hard, but so proud of him. Yeah, he was proud of his service, and I was too.
My husband did 20 years in the Royal Australian Navy in submarines. I met him in the UK. They were there doing training with the Brits, and he picked me up on the way through as well. He loved his life in the services. He loved it. was very difficult. He didn't meet his eldest son until Paul was 4 months old. He'd be away for months at a time, and my strength probably came from that. Colin's service time, which I'm immensely proud of, immensely, as was he. I was 62 at the start of Cole's illness. He had a pretty horrific last 4 years of his life. He had 9 months solid in Westmead Hospital with often undiagnosed illnesses. You don't move on, you learn to live with it, and you learn to laugh again, and you learn to enjoy your life. So mine's are very different. Our journeys have been, and this is where we're all so different, but it works. It works. Yeah, thank God for friends.
You can see the tears and the joy on their faces. It's not just one emotion. It swings from, knowing that you are remembering your loved one, but, you're okay and you belong to a community.
What is so special about days like and the services like the Field of Remembrance is we also say, hey, this is your turn to lay your own sacrifice and your own tribute.
Sitting next to each other in pews, holding hands, talking to each other, connecting with each other. To me, the Field of Remembrance is my favourite part of the year. It encompasses the whole family that I absolutely adore.